Martell Holt and what he is really up to. Because, baby, something is moving behind the scenes and we need to unpack it. And make sure you stay with me all the way till the end of this video because, trust me, the deeper we go, the more things start to make sense. And when you hear everything, you're gonna look at Martell a whole different way. Remember, Martell Holt has been moving funny for a while now, and every time we think we understand what his next move is, something new pops up. So do not click away. Watch this all the way through. You don't want to miss anything because this story gets messier and more interesting the further it goes. Now, lately, people have been asking, where is Martell? What is he doing? What is he planning? Is he quiet because he's finally humbled? Or is he calm because he's plotting something? And honestly, with Martell Holt, you never really know because one minute he's trying to convince folks he's a changed man, and the next minute you see him doing the same things that got him in trouble in the first place. But right now, his moves are different. People don't see him on the internet talking big, he's not doing all those long speeches, he's not trying to look like the hero every day. So it makes you wonder, what is he up to behind the scenes? And baby, we're gonna talk about it. Now, let's start with this whole luggage and traveling talk that got people paying attention. When you hear someone talking about traveling, wine tasting, shopping, buying luggage, replacing old luggage, and even buying luggage for their kids, that sounds like someone who's getting things in order. And yes, Arian Curry was talking about her luggage situation, and yes, that tells us something too. If Arian is out here talking about trips, wine tasting, new bags, and spending money, you already know folks started wondering whether Martell had something to do with it, or whether she's trying to hint at something. Because even when she tries not to mention Martell, people always connect the dots. And make sure you watch till the end because I'm going to talk about how Arian and Martell's situations might be connected, whether they say it or not. So Arian went on and on talking about how she bought wine, brought bottles back, had heavy luggage, had to buy new luggage because her old stuff got ruined in her basement flood, and she had to replace everything and even get luggage for her kids. Now, usually when a woman starts talking about traveling and shopping like that, it makes people look at the man in her life. And y'all know the internet never misses a thing. Everybody wants to know, is Martell still showing up quietly? Is he helping? Is he sneaking around like usual? Or is he finally trying to move like a grown man and clean up his name? And stay with me because later in the video, we're going to get to what this means for Melody Cherie too. And trust me, that part right there changes everything. Now, we all know Martell loves to look like he's living well, even when things are falling apart. Martell loves that spotlight, loves to look like life is under control, loves to look successful, even if behind the scenes, everything is upside down. And right now, he's been too quiet. And when Martell gets quiet, that means he's planning, thinking, or trying to fix an image. But let's be real. Ever since his divorce from Melody Cherie, his whole life has been loud. So this sudden quiet is suspicious. And don't forget, Melody has been doing her thing, winning court battles, protecting her peace, focusing on her kids, building her career, standing strong, glowing, and staying prayed up. Meanwhile, Martell has been floating around trying to attach himself to anyone who gives him attention. Remember when he tried to date Cherie Whitfield from Real Housewives of Atlanta? That whole thing looked like a PR move, and when it fell apart, he slid right back to trying to keep his options open. Even Carlos King, who used to support him, has been keeping his distance lately. And let's not forget that every time Martell gets quiet, drama follows soon after. So stay tuned because I'm breaking all of it down. Now, let's tie in what Arian said about luggage and wine and traveling. Arian has been in the background for years, but she always pops out at the most interesting times. Every time Martell is quiet, suddenly she's talking. Every time Martell says he's done, suddenly she's posting. So when she starts talking about trips, wine, heavy bags, buying new luggage, spending money, people notice. Because why bring that up now? Why hint at somebody being around without saying the name? And if Martell is part of that behind the scenes, that means he's moving in silence again. But here's the twist. This time, people are watching him too closely. He can't move messy without getting caught. So either he's trying to rebuild secretly, or he's trying to keep both sides calm while he figures out where he fits. Either way, baby, the truth always comes out. And speaking of truth, remember, this is the same Martell who thought he could juggle Melody, Arian, public image, TV fame, and still come out looking good. But look how that turned out. Melody walked away glowing, Arian stayed mad and confused, and Martell ended up stuck looking like he didn't know what he was doing. But now he's trying to act like he's focused. So what does that tell us? Martell might be trying to sneak back into controlling the narrative. He might be trying to fix how he looks to the public. But the question is, fix it for who? For TV? For Arian? For himself? Or to try to get some type of power back? Keep watching because the end of this video is going to reveal exactly what this energy means for him and for Melody. Now here's the part that gets interesting. When someone is traveling, buying luggage, replacing belongings, talking about weight limits on bags because they brought too much wine and gifts back, that usually means someone is celebrating, vacationing, spending time with someone, or simply living life in a new season. So either Arian is doing this fully on her own, or someone is quietly helping or supporting. And if that someone is Martell, then that means Martell is still playing double sides. And that means whatever Keith's Melody has, Martell might be trying to test it, silently. But here's the good news. Melody has learned. She is not entertaining drama. She is not looking for problems. She's letting God fight her battles and letting peace guide her steps. So Martell can move how he moves, but the outcome always hits him first. So what is Martell up to? He is quiet. He's trying to look stable. He might be supporting Arian quietly. He might be trying to crawl back into certain circles. He might be trying to control some narrative. Or he might be trying to avoid more public embarrassment as Melody levels up. But one thing about Martell Holt, when he moves in silence, something always pops up soon after. And that is why you need to stay tuned, because there is more coming. We already see the patterns. We already know when Martell disappears, he comes back with drama. So right now, he is resetting, but not in the way Melody did. Melody reset to heal. Martell is resetting to figure out how to get attention and stay relevant.
And let's not act like the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville isn't watching too. We have Melody Sherry doing big things. We have Kimmy Scott staying positive and pushing through life and recovery. We have Maurice Scott doing his business moves. We have Marcel Scott and Letitia Scott running businesses and still acting like everything is perfect, even when it's not. And then there's Martell, floating between drama, silence, and whatever he thinks will give him power next. And he still has that black hole energy where he wants to control something even when he shouldn't. But baby, life has moved on, people have moved on, Melody has moved on, and Martell is trying not to get left behind for good, and that right there is the real story. So if you stayed until now, drop a yes in the comments because we still have more to talk about. Now let's go deeper. When a man starts watching his ex flourish, when he sees fans cheering for her, when he sees her walk in grace, when he sees her glow, when he sees her happy, when he sees God blessing her steps, sometimes ego kicks in, and Martell is a man with ego. He wants to look like he's winning too, and that's why he may be moving in quiet. He doesn't want to look like he lost. But what he doesn't realize is that his silence only makes people watch harder. And baby, we are watching. And look, this is not about dragging anyone, this is about calling out patterns that keep repeating. If Martell is supporting Arian quietly, that means the roller coaster is still rolling. If he's trying to sneak around and still act like he wants to fix his public image, that means he still hasn't learned. And if he thinks he can play both sides forever, he is mistaken because truth always comes out. Melody already walked away from that mess. The fans saw it, the public saw it, the world saw it. And if Martell is trying to rebuild behind the scenes, good for him. But real change is loud in your life, not just silent behind closed doors. So yes, Martell might be traveling, he might be connected to Arian's trips, he might be moving money around, he might be trying to look stable. But the difference between him and Melody is simple. Melody rebuilt for peace. Martell might be rebuilding for image, and that's why things always catch up to him later. Melody prays, Martell plots. Melody grows, Martell adjusts, and that right there is why she wins. So what is Martell up to? He is watching, planning, trying to stay relevant, trying to prove something to the world, maybe trying to support someone quietly, but most of all, trying not to look like he lost it all. But here's the truth. Sometimes silence is not peace. Sometimes silence is panic. Sometimes silence is someone trying to figure out how to stay in the picture when the picture moved on without them. And if Martell wants real growth, he has to stop hiding behind silence and start truly fixing himself. Until then, we will keep watching because trust me, something is brewing, and when it comes out, woo, the internet will be busy. And if you watched till the end, thank you because this story goes deeper every time. Comment a wine glass emoji if you caught the travel tea, and drop a luggage emoji if you know Martell is somewhere trying to act like he still got it. And of course, drop a heart for Melody Sherry because baby, she is glowing in peace while others are still trying to figure out life. And stay tuned because this story is far from over, and when the next move drops, we will be right here breaking it down.